Hello, Halo's Gaming here, bringing you another video on EVE Online. Today, I have a cool subject for you that can be a lot of fun, that can be arguable or questionable or a bunch of things. Today, we're going to talk about suspect timers and what they actually mean. This is going to be a talking head video, whereas I'm not going to show you actual in-game footage. I'm just going to kind of explain what they are, how they work, and what you can do about them. So what happens is if somebody in high sec decides to shoot your loot by killing one of your cans, or stealing one of your wrecks, or shooting your MTU, or stealing a wreck in a mission, stealing your salvage out of a jet can, any of those things, they will get what is called a suspect timer. And a suspect timer is basically a timer that says, Concord says this pilot is suspect, you're allowed to shoot him. And I believe they last either 5 or 15 minutes. I'm going to double check on the eUniWiki here. Capsulators may freely engage for 15 minutes. So suspect timers last for 15 minutes. During the suspect timer, the person that is suspect can still do everything that a normal pilot can do. He can freely take gates, he can freely dock, he can tether, he can do all of the things. He is not limited in any way as to what he can do. So to think that he can't dock or anything like that would be patently false. What does a suspect timer exactly mean to you? If you want to, you can decide to engage somebody that is suspect. What happens when you engage somebody that is suspect? A limited engagement is created between yourself and the suspect. And those are 5 minutes long. And a limited engagement timer allows you and him to freely engage each other as if there was no security in space. So if you are doing a mission and somebody goes suspect in your mission, so somebody comes down, scans their mission down, takes a wreck, they go suspect, you shoot them, they now have a limited engagement timer, which will pop up in your corner saying limited engagement with X pilot, and then the amount of time left on that engagement. During this engagement, he is allowed to fire on you and your assets. So if you have a stray house on system, he could, in theory, attack that. As long as the engagement is occurring or damage is being dealt, that timer will get reset. And it will continue. It is 5 minutes after you guys disengage from each other. So if he has an active scram on you or is currently shooting you, each time his guns do another cycle, that timer will get reset. So it's not just like a hard 5 minute cap. It will last until you guys disengage and have a cool off of 5 minutes. What this means is that if somebody's on suspect timer and they come into your system and you don't know when the engagement or when their suspect started, they could, in theory, be on like 14 minutes, and then when you engage them, their suspect timer will expire, and then your friend that was supposed to help you won't be able to help you anymore. Because if somebody assists you with a limited engagement, that's a criminal offense. So it is very important that if you are to engage a suspect, everybody involved that wants to engage that suspect should work as a team in unison so that you guys all get the limited engagement timers with each other, as you do not want to create a concordable offense. Because what can happen is, for example, you shoot suspect timer expires, but you still have the limited engagement timer with them. You're surviving, but he's killing you. You need help. Friend comes in logi ship, and when the friend shows up in the logi ship and then reps you, friend then gets concorded because he repped you, and you had to set your safety to X or to red to rep you. It will not allow remote aid of any kind. Also, if you're under the influence of command bursts, those all automatically drop the second you engage a suspect, and a bunch of other things happen. But for the most part, all it means is that you can be shot is the only change that happens during the suspect timer. And then if you do shoot at a suspect, you get what's called a limited engagement. Limited engagements last for 5 minutes and are basically, you guys can shoot each other. I would not engage a suspect unless you know for a fact that you can A, kill that thing, or B, get off grid before it captures you. Or A and B are both true. If you do engage something with a suspect timer and it gets off grid, one the biggest tip that I can give you is to go dock up and wait out that limited engagement, because a really common thing to happen is they'll be in a ship that they know can get away. As soon as you create that limited engagement timer, they'll go dock up and grab something that is a lot scarier than what they are currently in. So, for example, they'll come in, they'll bait you to shoot them in like a worm or something, and then they'll come back in, a Vargur and come kill you. Because now their suspect timer's expired, but their limited engagement timer is up, and they can come in and bring a bigger asset to get you killed. So that's really all that I got on this. It's a really simple video. The Nika video that I promised you guys is going to come on Wednesday. Naravicia is going to help me with that video, because I want to do it right, and I want to give you guys all of the lore for the kitty, because you guys like that video so much. Today's video, if you like it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below. Tell me your experiences with the suspect timer. Tell me if I got anything wrong in this video. And also, engage suspects responsibly. Enjoy your time on EVE Online. Continue flying fun. And I will see you guys in the next one.